Hi, everyone. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. My name is Carl Holman. I'm the Manager of Communications here at A&D Mortgage. Today, we are going to be covering and speaking with our folks, one of our folks, Nadia Smokovan from Broker Support. We don't have a set topic. We're just going to let you ask questions on any particular topics that you might have. I think Nadia is going to probably demonstrate a couple of common things that she's running into. We're going to do a primary focus on our broker portal, our appraisal center, and the quick pricer if you're using that. We're going to focus next week on AD Studio with the folks who put that together, so we can go ahead and hold off on any questions you might have about that in the short term. So let me go ahead and run through the ground rules first. As always, we mute the microphones and cameras so that we can keep a clean recording. And then we ask for the people who've RSVP'd to use the Q&A function within the webinar platform. For those people who are watching on live streaming, go ahead and put your questions in the comments on Facebook, and then we will go ahead and answer them as they come along. We hope we can keep this to about 30 minutes or so. And then other than that, I would ask if people could turn off their cell phones and just to give their attention to Nadia and I together. So maybe for those people who are new to our channel and don't know who we are A&D Mortgage. We are a fully licensed non-QM lender. We also do government and conventional loans. We've been in operation since 2005, and we're based out of Hollywood, Florida. One of our strengths is that we are backed by Imperial Fund. So that allows us to create our own proprietary non-QM guidelines. So we're in charge of how we make the decisions, where we can grant exceptions, and then we often will securitize our loans. So that gives us a strong financial backing to be able to take maybe slightly, I wouldn't say slightly riskier loans, but we can lend to higher limits than traditional banks can give. We're licensed, as I said, pretty much across the country. You don't need a business loan in 40 of the states that we do conduct business in. We've recently expanded our footprint to include Nebraska, Rhode Island, and Delaware. And we have a few more that'll be coming probably before the end of the year. And then, so what we'll do is we'll watch a quick little video here about the broker support team, and then we'll get to your questions.
Brokers are busy people. Sometimes a problem arises that can stall your submissions or closings. At A&D Mortgage, our team is here to help. Maybe you've gotten stuck in a tech platform, struggle to submit a complete 1003, had some difficulty getting updates on a file, or any other challenging situation. No problem. We've got you covered. Whenever you have a problem or of any kind, first contact your ever helpful account executive. Reach out to our outstanding broker support team. They make problems disappear. That's what they do. In a crazy world of messages, recordings, and phone trees to nowhere, isn't it great to speak directly with a calm, reassuring, and dependable person who's going to make your life a little easier? Need your problem solved? Together, your account executive and broker support team are here to say yes to helping you. That's what we do at A&D Mortgage.
All right. I think one person commented the volume was a little low. This video is available over on our website on the broker support page. So if you need to watch it, it's also on our YouTube channel. So we can go ahead and get you started there. All right. So with that, I will turn the microphone over to Nadia. Nadia is our broker support specialist. She's been with the company for quite a while and is one of the most helpful people I've ever known. So hopefully she will guide you well through today's topics. Go ahead, Nadia.
Hey guys, I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for joining us today. Yeah, so today will be like more of an interactive session where you guys can ask any type of questions on our system, on the appraisal management system, on the pricing, I will guide you through certain like tools that will make your workflow more efficient, like some points that we are seeing, like some useful things that we see, like the errors that brokers are getting, how to resolve them. But please feel free to ask any questions in the QA section. Let me start sharing my screen. Carl, I have the comment that they cannot hear me. Do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Okay, so maybe that's because maybe that's on the video. Yeah, I do hear you. So I hope
Yeah.
that everyone does hear me. Yeah, so let me start sharing my screen. Okay, everyone does see my screen, does see the proper one with the our portal, right? Carl, please confirm.
Yeah, I see a QA with broker support.
Oh, okay, so let me
So it's probably your other screen.
move it here. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay,
Okay,
perfect.
now I see the screen.
So yeah, the main tool that we have is going to be our portal. So it's a brand new portal that we just introduced you to within the last several months. It's very user-friendly. It's designed very user-friendly, even though we still have certain things that like coming here and there as a glitches, but it's very maintainable, and our AEs and broker support are able to assist with those issues. But to be honest, as long as you guys are using this workflow menu and moving with actual workflow layout, you will get like as fewer issues as you are going with this workflow. The thing is about this system is that the main thing that you need to follow is the pricer and the AUS, the credit and AUS. So if you will go to the quick pricer, if you have like the actual file, you will be able to use the the price log screen here. And the main pointers that I will be able to give you is always make sure that the occupancy type is correct. Because if you can see, investment properties have division for conventional and non-QM. So those are usually giving the errors in the pricing. So pay attention to this one, and the doc type. Underwriting type doesn't give any issues in our pricing here, so you can keep it blank. Just make sure that the doc type reflects the program that you are using, and the occupancy refers to it as well. And FICO score, just type it in. It can stay 0 only for foreign nationals. For the rest, you need to type in the FICO score here. You won't be able to run AUS or reissue credit unless the file is priced. So again, if you will be using this workflow, you will not get into any issues. The file will be priced and you will be able to reissue credit. So please type in the FICO score here manually. Reissue credit is pretty straightforward here as well. You just select the credit provider, you type in the reference number and use your credentials. However, I saw sometimes when the brokers are getting some errors and are not able to reissue credit through this screen, you can always use the AUS section as your workaround. Just like a quick tip is that LPA, if you are doing the reissue credit through LPA, it doesn't require any credentials. So this way you can avoid, like if you for some reason don't have credentials, can't find them in your records, you can do the LPA instead of credit reissue to avoid the delays because of that. We are getting some hard stops when you are submitting the file if certain fields are not filled out. So it's going to be some fields from 1003 they are going to be highlighted red. So you will be able to figure out like what is missing, and it's going to explain basically what is missing. But one thing is that our QM test is going automatically, even if you are not going into this tab. So whenever you're getting the hard stop that you are failing QM, please go here, check by how much you are exceeding your total points and fees. On conventional, it's 3% max. On non-QM, it's 5%. And just reprice the file, either lower your compensation or adjust the rate to a higher rate, and this way you will be able to manage this hard stop regarding the QM test. Other than that, everything is here pretty self-explained. You can you have a lot of different buttons that don't require you to move from any website from here. So you can literally request any change here, extend the lock, make any adjustments. For example, like this change request. Okay, this is my layover. On your layover on the broker side, instead of change of status, you have the change request button, which allows you to request the change on the file that has been already submitted. Since 1003 is fully grayed out on the submitted file on the broker side, you can request change through the button change request. You also have the appraisal button there, which when you are using it, it leads you to our AMC, to our appraisal management center that I will go over in a few. You have on the price lock, any changes related to the pricing, you will be able to request them through the rate log section. You have the change request form, the log change request form there. You have the extension request form here. If you click on the select action, it's going to give you the extension option. So you pretty much can just work with the file, not leaving the portal at all. If you will have any issues with the portal, I would recommend you to get in touch with your account executive or with broker support, and we will be able to assist you with it. So that's going to be our main tool that you guys are working with. If you don't have the existing file with us, we don't have the quick pricer yet in the system. So that is something that you will be able to go to our main website, and we have a quick pricer here. So please feel free to run your scenarios and see if they fit our guidelines here. It's very, very handy and gives you very straightforward answer here on the results panel here. If you do not fit our guidelines, we are very friendly on non-QM exceptions. So I would say we are one of those lenders who are giving a lot of different type of exceptions. So feel free to reach out to your account executives, because they are the only ones who will be able to actually file for an exception. As long as you guys have 3 compensating factors, an exception does make sense. They need to fill out an exception form, and within 24 hours, you will get a reasonable reply with adjustments from our exception committee. The best way to file for an exception will be to create a file first. You register the file in our system within our guidelines. So you price it within our numbers that are matching our guidelines. Then the exception will be created based on that loan with the credit report attached to it. And Logdesk will change your pricing manually based on the approved exception. So that's kind of the workflow on this matter. And right now we see a lot of exceptions requests, and the non-QM market is pretty much booming now comparing to conventional. So please feel free to request exceptions with your account executive. The next tool that will make your life easier also is our concierge service. So again, on our website, let me go back to the main screen. Under resources, you have the concierge service tool. So that's basically our bank statement calculator. So if you guys don't want to calculate it on your own, you will be able to use this form. I'm not sure why it's not loading. Okay, probably something is wrong with my internet or the form is down, but the way it works, it's gonna pop up here, the form where you can upload your 12 or 24 months bank statements that you're using for the bank statement program. And our concierge service team will calculate it for you and provide you with the spreadsheet, and you will be able to use that one for the approval purposes. So that is one more tool. As I already mentioned, the appraisal management system. So AMC, you will have the access to it from our portal, from Integra, and also you'll have the access from our website. So whatever works best for you, it's the same portal. Doesn't matter which way you are going to it. I have a little different layout, so I opened already like a test file to just show you how it looks like. So you can search for your order through the search tab, or you can just open full pipeline of your orders. You will see only those that were ordered by you. Particularly, if you want to see all orders, you can request an admin access to it, like on the company level. So this way you will be able to see the full pipeline and be able to manage the company credentials for AMC as well. So several pointers here on the appraisal that we are getting, like the questions is, first of all, is the payment. The payment here is sent by default to the borrower. So if you guys want the payment link to be sent to someone else, like loan officer, processor, please mention that in comments. So the comment section will be when you scroll down till the end. You have the comment section. That's a very useful section so far. This is the best way to communicate with the AMC directly. And they are pretty responsive, so they will answer on your questions if you have anything to ask here or to comment. And if you want to receive the payment link yourself, if you will leave the comment, they will send it to you instead of the borrower. If the comment will not be left, it's gonna go by default to the borrower. And the borrower can just share it with you if so. Also on the AMC side, the best button to use will be this actions. So whenever you need to do something to modify it, to make it duplicate, if for example, you forgot to order 1007 schedule, you can just make a duplicate here of your order and place another order of just 1007. So any modifications of the file, cancellations, you can do through the actions button. So please be aware of this one. And you also have this question mark, the help sign, that will give you a lot of different tutorials on how to on different topics regarding the AMC itself. So please feel free to do that. And if you have any questions, again, we have broker support, we have AEs, we have appraisal desk. So depending on what's the issue, please reach out to us. If the issue is with the appraisal itself or the payment itself, like once like everything technically worked out, please reach out to AMC directly, because the payments are processed by AMC, not by A&D Mortgage. Regarding appraisals, also, we receive lately a lot of appraisal transfers requests. So that is something that we do. We do transfer appraisals to us as long as the appraisal was ordered by the lender. If appraisal is not older than 60 days at the time of submission. And regarding appraisal transfers, like all requirements, you will be able to find in our non-QM guidelines, which you can locate on our website as well under documents and forms. We have the guidelines section. So if you will just type in appraisal, that's gonna give you the requirements for the actual appraisal transfer letter. So please use that one. And that transfer letter should be emailed to our appraisal desk at admortgage.com to be able to move forward with the transfer itself. Okay, so that's going to be regarding appraisal, like quick overview on that part. If you guys have any questions on our system, if you need like certain tutorials, we do have them on our website. I think they moved it here. Yep. So once you click on the partner login, and you just do not log in, you scroll down, you will have different tutorials on our system, on our new portal. You will have the actual manual as a PDF. And you also have under resources, we have all our webinars recorded here. So you feel free to research all the topics that were covered and go through it through our previous webinars. Okay, let's see if there are any questions.
Yeah. If you have questions, go ahead, and either for those who've registered, can type them into the Q&A section, or if you're watching us live on Facebook, go ahead and put them in the comments, and I'll let Nadia know what they are.
Okay, I had here a question on the side. If we can order appraisal transfer on a 2 million loan amount. So we don't really have the appraisal transfer requirements on the loan amount, but the thing is that whenever you have appraisal transfer, whenever you have a loan amount more than 1.5 million, we do require a second appraisal. So, and we allow only one appraisal transfer. So basically, yes, you are allowed, you can transfer your appraisal to us as long as it's not older than 60 days and is within our guidelines that you can check on the non-QM guideline tool, but you will have to order another appraisal with us as well, because that requires a second one and only one appraisal can be transferred, kind of like that. Guys, please feel free to ask questions on appraisals, on Integra, our portal, on the quick pricer, and whatever else can be useful for you. Carl, nothing came in on the live?
No, nope, nothing yet on live. And for those, she's mentioned Integra a few times. That's actually also known as automated decision maker. It's what we call it publicly.
Okay.
Sorry, automated decision manager.
Okay, I have here that I can't find SSRs. So this is something that has to be reviewed like actual order number, but let me just show you here. Okay. So whenever you scroll down in the actual order, this is a task order, so it's pretty blank, but you have the report section. So that's going to contain your actual report and XML file on report, but you also have the other supporting document section. So please double check there, because your SSRs are most likely uploaded in other supporting document section. Okay.
All right. We had a question. What is an SSR? For those who don't know what that is.
Can we ask for an exception to the rate displayed on the quick pricer? So you can ask for any type of exception as long as it's a non-QM file. So you can't really get an exception on the actual rate. You can then get an exception on the parameters of the file. So it's either different type of ratios or the loan amount or the property type. So all type of exceptions that are referring to our guidelines and eligibilities. Okay, regarding the SSRs, is the supplement the one that is Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac giving. So it's always coming with the appraisal and it's requested by the underwriter on every file. So this is going to be generated by the appraisal company. The only thing that sometimes brokers, and like in this case that I got the question, they couldn't locate the file here in the documents. So most likely it's going to be updated, it's going to be uploaded in the supporting documents. So just double check both of these fields when you're retrieving documents regarding appraisal.
Okay. Yep. No questions still coming from Facebook. All right. That may be all the questions we have. Sounds seeing are coming in.
Okay, so reissue credit is giving an error, but we don't see what is the issue. Let me see. So credit reissue, whenever, again, this is a test file, so there is no actual credit. I wouldn't want to like share the screen with an existing file. Whenever you're reissuing credit, you have here a credit status that gives you like a process pending or like actual error or a submission completed result. So whatever, like you're just waiting until it's gonna give you some type of reply here, but the actual error can be viewed on this view error section. So it's basically giving you kind of like findings. So the same as when you're running DU or LPA, it gives you findings. That's the same document that gives you errors on what is actually incorrect. So like credentials or something is not matching the borrower's information. So please don't pay attention to this part. This is just saying you the result, like error or success, but the actual error can be reviewed in the tabs on the right side. Guys, any other questions? How can I get in touch with an underwriter? So you can locate the underwriter's information on the file when you go to the loan contacts. Let me locate it here, loan contacts. You are able to see everyone who is associated with the file on every level. So if you highlight account executive, you will have the information on the account executive's contact information, direct phone number, email. When you highlight wholesale broker, that's you guys, you will have your loan originator and broker processor on the file. If you need to change those, by the way, you can just click on this edit pencil and assign it to someone else in the dropdown. And when you hit to originating lender, you will see everyone already assigned to the file. So every specialist who was already assigned, they will have the direct information, including the underwriter. So if you guys already received an approval, you can find the direct information here and reach out regarding conditions questions.
Well,
Carl, no questions?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any. So what I'll do is I'll take back over just briefly, do the last remaining slides, and that'll maybe give some
Okay,
people
sounds good.
few
If
more.
you guys will have any other questions until Carl will be done, feel free to type them. If something, I will follow up with an email afterwards.
Okay, go back to the presentation. All right, so yeah, I just wanted to wrap up with, again, some of the technology that she's mentioned and how you can stay engaged with us for those of you who maybe are new to knowing who we are. Nadia demonstrated our quick pricers. So again, you can price out any of your non-QM scenarios right from our website, and all the tools I'm going to mention here are available from the main level navigation off the website. So she also demonstrated the appraisal center. You'll need to get access credentials for that in order to see how that works. And then AD Studio, which is the marketing platform that we'll demonstrate in next week's webinar for those of you who are interested in finding out more about it. It's a web-based marketing platform. It functions very similar to Canva, where you can go in and customize pre-existing templates. It'll populate with your information that's in your account. And then that way you can start marketing yourselves a little bit more easily and quickly. Again, this is an ongoing series that we do a webinar every Tuesday at 1. So as I mentioned, next week, we're going to be covering AD Studio. And then we've had a few requests over the last few webinars to do an overview presentation of all of our various government, conventional, and non-QM programs. So we'll do a very high-level overview of those. And then Nadia or Natalie will be joining us again on the 2nd, and we're going to go a little more in depth in the appraisal ordering system and really walk you through the whole process. And then the week after that, we're going to do a deep dive into how you can find and fund rural properties and manufactured homes, since that's an area that I don't see a whole lot of people focusing on. And with that, Nadia mentioned briefly that, yes, I'm surprised we haven't gotten the question, but we do record all these webinars, and they are available on, you actually went to the wrong part. The webinar part that you went to is if you want to sign up for any of the webinars I just mentioned. The AD Learning Centers where we actually house the recorded videos. And then this one will be up again, probably within 24 hours, maybe less. Just depending on how many quick edits we have to make. But again, we've got all of the webinars that have been recorded for at least a year. So you can go peruse to your heart's content. And as we mentioned, we're streaming live on Facebook currently, but we also have other platforms. We're on LinkedIn, YouTube, and we have a chat bot that's highlighted on a platform called Telegram. It's pretty popular in Europe. It's a little more secure than WhatsApp, but you can go to the Google Play or the App Store, download it, and then just subscribe to our bot. We also participate in some exchange groups on LinkedIn, Facebook called Non-QM Exchange. We're both moderators and participants along with other lenders. So you can be in touch with basically the broker community as a whole. And then finally, if you're interested in becoming a partner, you can go to our website and start the process. The only other aspect is that when you go to log out of the webinar, there'll be a brief survey, 5 or 6 questions. Just let us know how we did, if there's any topics that you'd like to know more about, and we can schedule those for other future webinars. And then finding out how you heard about each of these webinars. So that's the end of my part. I don't see any additional questions have come in off either Facebook or the hosting platform. So with that, I think we'll close it out for the day. Nadia, thank you for your time and the great information. As always, you do an outstanding job.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Yeah, so we will again go to our website and you can log in or sign up for any of the additional webinars, and find out all the tech platforms that Nadia's demonstrated to you. Again, thank you everyone for taking your time out of your schedule to either join us online or in person. So thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a good day, guys.